Greetings and welcome to the introduction to astronomy. In this week's special topic in astronomy, we are going to talk about the astronomical term conjunction and find out what that means. So what is a conjunction? Well, the definition of it would be two or more objects that appear close together in the sky. So we can get conjunctions, for example, of solar system objects, which would be having objects close together. So here we see several solar system objects in the sky. We see Mercury and Venus up toward the top of the image, our moon to the left, and down toward the bottom we see two objects relatively close together, in fact separated by less than the diameter of the full moon. And those are the planets Mars and Jupiter. So this would be a conjunction of Mars and Jupiter as they pass close together in the sky. So that is one way we can see a conjunction. We can also see conjunctions with involving objects not in the solar system, or at least one solar system object, I should say, and say a star. So we can't see a conjunction of two stars because the stars don't move fast enough that they'd ever change their positions significantly. But we can see the conjunction of a solar system object with a star. And for example, we can see here several different objects together in the sky. And again, they can appear very close together as we see them in examples like this. Or here we see some specifically with stars, and we can see those with here is our moon, and we can see Mars close to Gamma of Virgo, while Saturn was close to the Alpha star of Virgo. So we've seen examples where we can see this with various planets in the moon, and where we can see it with planets and other stars. You could also get a conjunction of the moon and a star, which I'm not showing an example of here. Now we also have another terminology for conjunction, and that is what we all call superior and inferior conjunction. So these occur when we look at the position of a planet relative to the sun. So we can see that here, and here we can see the position of the sun there in the red in the center, the Earth being down at the bottom. And we can see that there are differing positions for the planets. Now up at the top, we can see what we would call superior conjunction, when the planet is on the opposite side of the sun as the Earth. You can also have an inferior conjunction when the planet is between Earth and the sun. Now these occur only with inner planets. They do not occur with a outer planet. In fact, an inferior conjunction can only occur with something that is between the Earth and the sun. So that is just the two inner planets, Mercury and Venus. You would not be able to see that with any of the outer planets. Now this is also related to another term that we use called an occultation. This is when you have a conjunction that is almost lined up perfectly, and an object will actually pass in front of another. So the moon might pass in front of a planet or star, or a planet may pass in front of a distant star. And that is actually an occultation, which is similar to a conjunction, but essentially taken to the extreme, that the two are lined up perfectly and one passes directly in front of the other object. So let's go ahead and finish up here with our summary. And what we've looked at today was conjunctions. So a conjunction occurs when two or more astronomical objects pass near one another in the sky. It can involve two, or as I said, more astronomical objects, or you could have a solar system object and a star. And if you might get the case where one of the objects passes directly in front of the other, and that gives us another term that we call an occultation. So that concludes this week's special topic in astronomy on conjunctions. We'll be back again next week for another special topic in astronomy. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.